Yeah, it said my stream disconnected. I'm back. May have to give it a couple minutes to figure itself out. It's got to figure out a few things. But I'm back. I am back. I like the idea of having the modified count here. But not really. Oh wow, it's back now. Thanks, Vice. No problem. I just restarted my stream, that's all. That's all I did. Nothing special. Unless it was the most special thing that I've done. So special. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'll say, this is... Whoops. This is current. You know what we need? You know what we need? Techno wizardry. I'm gonna shut that off. I think we need a little loop hero. I think that's what we need. We need more cowbell. God, is it really gonna make me like beg for it? What the hell? Alright now. There we go. Nice and gentle. This is current. Okay, okay. So first thing we are going to do, I'm gonna copy this out. We're gonna heavily modify this. Boom. Oh shit, actually we don't have to, we don't need that if statement right there, because that's a duplicate. Now we can heavily copy this. Right, so we're gonna do a couple things. Like I want stack size to equal 1. That's gonna be the first thing. Actually, up here, when I make my list, why don't I restrict it up here as well? Stack size will have to equal 1. I'm gonna copy this. And I'm going to paste it right here. I'm going to cut this and paste it there. Then cut this and paste it in here. Going to do that. And then listed item or entity item. There we go. So this is going to make my... And then, you know what? I could actually keep this like this. It could be just 1. I'll keep the stack size because it has to be 1 anyways. So that's going to be the true call to see if you even qualify. So this is going to be an important step because I think before I was generating a list and then I was accepting that list even though it could have had things that I don't want to do in there, which could have resulted in people casting the spell and then having the items be consumed but actually getting nothing back. So this is going to be our first confirmation. And then if you have enough singleton items out, then I can start walking through things because that's the list that we want. You know what? To prune this even better, I'm going to put an and here. I'm actually going to put it right into here. So the item stack size has to equal 1 to even make the list now. I'm feeling really good about that. It needs to be the exact reagent that we're looking for, and it needs to be exactly item stack size of 1. That actually, this stuff alone makes a couple of these things a little superfluous. We are looking at a count here, like I'm generating a count. I don't think I need to do anything in here anymore. Because this should be getting everything we need. What I can now do is come down to here and say modify this a little bit. There we go. Right? So I can say if this count, right, is greater than or equal to 2, then make it true. I don't need to do anything else because I'm already creating a list that is based on the entity actually being an entity item, that entity item having the same exact name of my thing, and checking the stack size to make sure that it is a stack of 1. Right? Now that we combed out all the other undesirable things, then we get to go into the code. Because we have that minimum of 2 here. Now this is where things are actually going to start to become a little bit more predictable. I need to, right in here, we're going to have to do the modulus, or yeah, the mod stuff here. I'm going to copy this. Because now it makes sense to have this, now that we have a controlled environment. So I can use the item stack count. We're gonna go through the item stack count. I'm going to... Actually, I don't need to do any of this. I don't need a modified stack count. I can just pop it right into there to get the remainder. And then I can say modified stack account equals this count minus the remainder. Which means this is also bloat that we don't need. So it should be 0. We would get the 0 or 1 here, and then we would subtract that from the count going forward, and then that would be our list. And we would use that modified list in here. Because again, all of the items are going to be the same. And now I can do my extra stuff here, right? And just consume the items. As I consume these items and go through this list, we should be accumulating the correct counters. And then we have to come down to... Whoops. Let me just get rid of all of that stuff. Now we just have to come down to here. Yep, and we already have current counter. Perfect. Let's test this out now. Oh, well, let's put it back in its quote-unquote debug mode, because I'm going to be throwing out a lot of different things here. This being the case, there is no cap yet. We're going to put a cap on next. Wait, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. I just want to get rid of this. There we go. Because I don't want it to consume my runes. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let me clear some of this extra bloat out of here. I don't need that anymore. The 1, 2... okay. So it's that same old thing. We fixed it before. What does it say the counts were? Come on, bro. 0, 1 for the remainder, and then 2 for the modified count. Which that is correct. And then we are using that modified count, so it would have been 2. This counter should initialize at 0. It does. Good. So max counter of 2. Item temporal. I think we need to put in one more check here. This was backwards, wasn't it? No, no, because that would be 2, so that would be correct. I think we can simplify this a little bit more now. So I can come in here and just run this, where I do an increase counter. So this right here, because the stack size cannot be more than 1 ever in this current form. Counter item, so we're just making sure, yeah, your reagent, is it less than the max counter? If it is, we are going to add to it based on the stack size, which is going to be 1 forever. And then we're going to despawn that item, and then we're going to automatically go into here. And if the reagent, so if it's like 3, then we are going to, or if it equals 2 in this case, right? If it equals 2, then we're going to add to the counter, and then we're going to clear this out. I think we're getting there. 1, 2, 3. We got 1 back, and we got 1. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we got 2. Nothing else. Let's do the mythical 5. It always breaks with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should get 2, and it should leave 1. It left 1, and I got 2. Now let's do something crazy, right? So if I throw 51 out, I should get 25, and I will get, it will leave 1. There's 1 and there's 25. That, and those are the numbers I would expect to see. Now that is indeed working. Now the question is, what should the caps be for this? Because obviously, you're not going to, I don't want you to put, you know, 100 of these together and you make batches of 50 from 1, right? I'm thinking a stack of, I think I know what to do. It's going to depend on your magic tier. I'll say magic tier modifier in. This is going to be an int. And we're going to come down to here. And I'm going to say if, and then we'll break. So I'm going to say if current counter is greater than or equal to your magic tier modifier, then we're going to break. And now we're going to have to do some math, because actually it shouldn't be magic tier modifier in. I can just do magic tier modifier. Up here I will say int magic tier modifier equals magic tier modifier in times... okay, and this is where I need to think of batches. How about... it will be batches of 4 per magic tier. So that'd be 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh shit, you know what? Why am I doing it in here? This is something I would input in a method anyways. So this is all I need to do. Yeah, right? So, and what that means, right? If you are a tier 1 mage and you're trying to make Lesser Arcanus, that's your current tier, you will only be able to make 1 at a time. When you're tier 2, the idea is you no longer need Lessers, now you need Greaters. So you'll be able to make a batch of 4 Lesser Arcanus in 1 ritual And then your greater Arcanus that you're currently making, that would be one at a time, right? So if you are a Celestial Mage, you will be able to make batches of 16 of these at a time, right? And then from that 16, you'll be able to make a batch of 8 for the greater, right? So you're able to speed things up a little bit, but enough to where you still have to perform world magic and, you know, write out your runes and stuff, right? There's got to be, everything has to have a cost, either in resource or time. You know, resource, time, or honestly, you know, your brain power, right? Got to balance it all out. I think I can get rid of those print statements. This is actually, I kind of really like this way a lot more. There's a lot more control here. Let's give this a try. 64. I'm currently tier 4. That means, hold on, let me pick all these back up. Let me save the game because I never finished what I was doing here. I'm gonna have to rebuild. I'm gonna have to see where it fails. It will bring me right to it, and then we have to manually insert those modifiers in, right in here, right? So arcane convergence here. So this would be 1. And I'm gonna make this a nested if statement. Copy. You know what? Since this is a little longer, we're going to do this. Paste. Paste. And paste. Right? So that's going to be 1, 4, 8, and 16. Right? The greater, that's going to be 1. That's going to be 4. That's going to be 8. And then here it's going to be 1. And that will also be a 1. And this one will be a 4. Right, so if you are a tier 4 mage, you will be able to make 1 celestial, a batch of 4 superior, a batch of 8 greater, or a batch of 16 lesser at a time. And remember, this is doing the same conversion. I'm just looking to see what reagents are around, and I'm going to try and execute the best first, like top down. I think that's done it. This is going to be the template that I will run all of the other world magic rituals from. And I will fix rituals to make sure it looks for stack size of 1, just in case someone throws out a stack of Arcanus. It will not pig out. Fixes. Yay! There we go. All right, so if I throw out a stack of 64, I should get 18. Get rid of that. 32 and 16, right? It's not 18, it's 16. And that's the right math, because I would have consumed 32 to make my 16, and since I'm tier 4, I can make up to 16 lesser Arcanus. Now, let's do the conversion with the greater, right? Because I should be able to throw out... let's grab just one more. Here it is. Right, so let's say I have 17. It should leave me 1, and I should have 8 of the greater. There's my 1, and there's my 8 greater, right? Now, let's get one more greater. I should get 4 superior, and it should leave me with 1. Yep, and there's my 4. And then I can put those 4 out. And see, this one will do 1 at a time. So there's my 1 celestial, and there's still 2 there, so I could redraw it again, and I can pop the other 2. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. I think that's good. I think that's done it. And there's progression with this as well. I love everything. I love everything to have progression. Sweet. We did it. Hooray. We did such a good job, everyone. Perfect. I think it works better than what I was trying to originally do. What I was trying to originally do was kind of like... I don't want to say it was hot garbage, but it could have been garbage-esque. Yeah, it kind of was hot garbage. It kind of was. There we go. And look at how compact the code is too. Which means all of this can boop go away. Start trimming that fat. That means I can also take debug mode off. These I'm going to put right here. I can get rid of that final count. I can get rid of that amount to spawn, because we ended up not using those. Can get rid of all of this because I'm not doing anything special like that anymore. This is the new way I'm generating a list. Garbage light. Yeah. I'll stop streaming soon, Oats. If you want to... Did you want to chat? Chat from across the pond? And boop. And boop. And boop. Making it look good. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, buddy. Boop. And just for the sake of my OCD, kinda like it like this. My mild OCD. There we go. So the code has been cleaned up. I don't need that print statement. I don't need those things in because I'm just spawning items. Spawning the items. I'm marking the block position dirty. Now we are going to do one of the rituals that should break, right? Let's use a dark mana torch. Because you can use any kind of mana torch with this. I'm not gonna be picky. We're gonna go back to the tried and true. Did I pull more of this? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fucking tricky 5. Always fails on 5. Yeah, look at that. It consumed what I wanted to. I got 2 and I got the 1. It didn't fail. Yay! Let's just do a reload. Let me make sure that 60 and 2, right? Because I got to make sure the client and the server agree to the amount of items that dropped. That way there's no desynchronization in multiplayer. 60 and 2. Perfect. This ritual is done. Well, not ritual, right? This is technically a world magic array. The primitive ritual, as it were. All right. The next thing I need to do is the Eldrathrium Convergence. So I'm going to paste this in, right? Because we're going to generate another list. This list is going to be, actually, there's not going to be any difference. I can use the same exact setup here. Same exact setup indeed. Instead of 2, it's going to be 20. So it's got to be more than 20 to qualify. Which means this I can get rid of here. And it can look just like this. Then we're going to go into, I'm going to put this in debug mode here, right? And then we're going to go into this part, which really, it sounds bad, but it's pretty much a copy and paste of this. I could probably turn this into a method to just use it elsewhere, but I don't think I'm going to have that many instances to use this. That's the only reason why I don't. I could paste this in, and we got to change a couple of things, right? Because we have the current counter, we have like the magic tier modifier, that's not in here, so we got to migrate a couple things over. We got to migrate these 2 things over. And we got to bring in this modifier here. And there's that modifier. This has to be 20, right? Because that's our max counter. It's going to take 20 nuggets to make 1 ingot, just like it would with any other thing. This right here, instead of 20, I can just say max counter. I can actually make that improvement up here as well, right? Because that would be max counter. Boop. Bimp. This needs to change. Because that's got to be 20 now, right? Because that's going to be my main thing. Actually, this should be max counter. I should probably do max counter up here as well. Anywhere where, if anywhere that number needs to change, it needs to be the variable so I don't get weird, janky stuff. All right, let's continue this. This looks fine. Wait, this is the same thing, right? Yeah, Eldrathium Convergence. I mean, that looks fine. We're going to spawn the item. It's got to be a stack of 1. That's our break for it. We got our current counter. I can copy current counter, right? Because we have to come down to here. And that needs to become current counter. I can get rid of that to clean it up. Get rid of that single space there just because it tweaks me, and I knew I had it here too. Let's save that. Let's stop the game. We are going to rebuild because remember I gotta propagate this change through. So let's find the error. There it is. And I can say 1. And then maybe 2. Maybe in tier 2 you can just do 2 at a time, do you think? Because they're ingots, right? No sense making like batches of 4. That'd be kind of freaking OP. Honestly, it seems kind of weird that I am giving people the ability to do more than 1 at a time, because this would be a tier 3 thing anyways. I don't know. What do you think? 2 sounds good. All right. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I do need to expand this a little bit, huh? There we go. So really, I would put 2 here and then 1. Easy. So at tier 3, you can make 1. At tier 2, you'll be able to make batches of 2. Ugh, I gotta record all of this and let people know. Yeesh. Build. All right, let's test this out. The Eldrathrium, it's going to be a little more unique. We're going to do a couple tests to make sure that we can get it to not take the items, and then we'll do some tests to make it take the items. Let me make sure debug mode is on, and that's the Arcanist conversion. This is what I care about, and it's in debug mode. Okay. Let's use... we'll use regular. The tried and true. I like the magic-y blue light. Boop. Where's my magic chalk? I never have the magic chalk when I need it. There we go. So that is what we are looking at. So let's pull out Eldrathrium. Nuggets. Here we go. I'm going to grab a couple stacks of 64. I'm going to get rid of this stuff here. There we go. Keep it tight. 3. Shouldn't do anything. So far, so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, right? 1 shy. Shouldn't do anything. Throw in 1 more. There we go. That is indeed correct. Now what if I throw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It should consume all 20. It should leave 1, and I should get another ingot. That's 24, and that's my second ingot. Now, what if I throw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then I'm going to throw out another 24. So that's 44. I should get 2 ingots. And I should get 2 Eldrathrium back. Or 4. Right, 4. Because it was 24. And it was 44 I threw out. So, yep. There's my 4. And I got... Did I get 4? Or did I not clear everything? Okay, we're doing that again. So that was 44. I hate when I don't pay attention. I have to do things twice. All right, so technically that would be 44, so it should be 2 and 4. Two and 4, there we go. That's better. We're going to do it one more time, just because. And I'm going to throw all 64. So this should give me... Math. 24 spare, and I should get 2 ingots. 24 and 2 ingots. Okay, so that is working well, actually. That is 100% working. Freaking sweet. Let's turn debug mode off. Wonderful. Woo! Boop-a-doo! I guess now the question is, should I make the crystals the same? Instead of having like the one used as fuel, then, you know, the jackassery that I'm doing, should it be a 2 of any crystal resonates and becomes 1 fire? Would that be a good conversion rate? Kind of feel like you get way too many of these crystals now. Especially if you're like in a gravel pit and you have like all of the loose stone and the boulders you could break, and then you could find a rift and then just literally plant these down around the rift, and you get a bunch of the unstable crystals, and then you keep farming them until you just get a ridiculous amount. You'll get 1 of every kind. So it should be 2 of any becomes 1 of the crystal type. You think that's a good conversion, Oats? And doing that would actually keep consistency, right? So maybe so it would take no, I'm not talking about a crystal. I'm talking about um the individual fragments. So you put a crystal in the middle currently. You draw your runes around, and then you'll throw, like, two of these, one gravity, one lightning, and then when you cast the spell, it will convert these together and turn them into fire, right? Because the big thing is everything's RNG, and you can't have that extreme RNG with the kind of stuff that I want to do with elementals, right? It makes rituals harder because you need all the same crystal type, and you never know. You may get you may have like a stack of 48 electricity, right? But you want to focus on fire. So that's what this would do. It does consume some. Currently, it's kind of weird between us. If you throw, like, it would consume one as like the fuel, and then it would convert up to 4 into, like, it would turn these 4 into the fire, and it would consume the one. I think that is with the amount that you can get. Like, if you put a fraction of the time into it, I think that's way too generous of a conversion rate. I think if you throw 4, you should get 2 fire. And it could be any type, right? Like, it could be any of the types. Yeah, half at least. That's what I'm thinking. And by doing it like that, it's kind of staying in tune with what people are used to with Arcanus. It will work the same way. And also with the, the other one here, converting your Eldrathium. This will be the same kind of conversion. It's just you're using a different pattern and a different catalyst in the middle. That's all. You don't even, and you use only runes. You do not use mana torches in this. So that's like an extra bonus. I had considered doing it, having something like, so this is the pattern here. Right, so that's the pattern. It doesn't take any torches. Just because it seemed like you don't need the torches. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need torches for like everything. I thought it was nice to just not have torches in one thing. And because you're also using, like, they're fragments, right? They're little shards. And it doesn't consume the crystal in the middle, mind you. That crystal stays. So, with all of that being the case, let's do this thing. I'm gonna copy that. You wave the fragment at Daddy Crystal and they change. Yeah, the idea is that so again, right, my magic comes from the fact that, like, Rust is like primal magic. Is the story that I'm trying to convey to people. Oh, wait, I have the crystal potency modifier too. This one may be a little more complex. But I think we're still absolutely right in the pocket. This is doable. So yeah, the idea is that you have the big crystal, and then the little fragments will resonate, right? And then they will change their. Almost think of it like quirks and stuff, right? Like, like things just kind of being able to transform easily and like everything connected, right? So this would help everything resonate to this frequency, which happens to be fire crystals and fire magic. We're getting into the crappy part of the soundtrack. There we go, right in the beginning. Right there. Boop-be-doo, boop-be-doo. Boop-be-doo, boop-be-doo. Boop-be-doo, boop-be-doo, boop-boo. This is going to be a little different. I'm going to have to migrate some stuff over. So instead of the name reagent in, I want to do, for the love of God, I want to do this, right? I want to see that it contains elemental fragment of any type, because I don't care what the type is. Down here for like the Celestial, Superior, that's the variant in. I think I need to... Okay, this can go away. And so can this. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I will have to do a modifier to this. 4, 8, 12, 16, right? So this would be like crystal potency, which I have as a 1 up here. So it's going to be equal crystal potency times 4. Let's paste all that in. So the lesser... okay, so if you're a tier 1 mage, how many of these can resonate at the same time? I'm thinking 4, 8, 12, 16. Because that would be 1, that would be 8, 12. I guess I don't have to do anything with the crystal potency like this. This is more complex math than I need. But you can convert up to 16. You can resonate 16 of these at the same time if you're tier 4. That way you could do it in batches, because you'll be making crystals, but in tier 3, you'll probably be heavily making crystals, because you're going to be a certain element, and you'll need those element crystals. You'll need them. Alright. This we need to copy. Which is all of this. Oop. Paste that all in there. We're going to put debug mode on. The magic tier in is also going to be something we want to put into here. Let's copy this. Boop. Booping and bopping. There we go. I think we got one more error. Yeah, the reagent in. So this is if the code contains, so it's that string, this is going to be the elemental fragment, this right here. And honestly, this is a safety check. It's probably redundant. But I'd rather have redundancy and not need it than need it and not have it, you know? Now I can comment all of this out. Ideally, I don't need that. And then this, look at that jank math. Boom. Current counter. One, 2, 3, 4. I hate that. I hate when it does that. Because it resizes your window and everything. Hold on there. Settle down, little one. Settle down. Oh, duh. I'm a dummy. I modified a method, and I never put the... I never put the... there's red here, right? Right there. I never put that modifier in. I never put the friggin' modifier in. Honestly, I think for that modifier, the way I have the code now, if I just put a 1 in, I think that would do it. Because I'm using it a little differently. Let's verify in here. Right, because current counter. Yeah, because I'm going to be going through the list. And if the list is... Oh, no. I do have to break this out. Which is cool. I could do it. Means I just need to copy this. Paste that in. Cut that out. Paste, 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 paste. So 4, 8, 12, and 16. Those are going to be your amounts. Boop. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Build. Done. Client. I think with this, yeah. I think this is a much better system. I think it's more fair, more balanced, easier to understand. It's got protections in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should get 4 fire, and 1 should be left over, right? Maybe. It didn't do anything. Oh, wait, no, I'm tier 4. Yeah. So that should be it. Let's look at... It's weird. Why isn't this docked on the bottom? That's my error list. That's weird. It's weird. Actually, it should be docked. There. That's better. Alright, rituals. The max counter. Oh, what do I have as my max counter? 20. 2. That's what it was. Let's fireball that in. This should work a lot better. Yeah, because I copied Eldrathrium. So I should have 1 left over, so I'm up to 56, and I got 4 of those. Yay! So 56 if I throw all of these out and I get greedy. I'm tier 4, so I should have 16, which should give me 20. Yep. And then the rest, it would be 20, 26 or 24? 26 or 24? I got 24, so I guess that's within my mental math. Sleepy, tired Vice. So I think that's working. Now let's take debug mode off. Am I using crystal potency at all? I think that's the other thing I need to account for. Should I have crystal potency to begin with? I think so. What if I do crystal potency times 2? Yeah, crystal potency seems good. Yeah, just to give you that bump up, right? Although that's going to make it more confusing now because this is a moving number, right? So you're going to have to, like, guesstimate how much each crystal will give you back. So I could do, like, crystal potency. Crystal potency times 1. I feel like there's a better way to do this. I don't know if I need crystal potency per se. I think I could keep that a 1. This should be a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. Right, because lesser, I want it to be a static 1. The greater is going to be a ×2, a ×3, and a ×4 multiplier. Now I have to take crystal potency. And I'm going to have to say, actually, right in here, I can say max counter equals max counter times the crystal potency. That means that if I'm a tier 4 mage and I use the tier 4, I could convert up to 64 of these. Is that too much? I think I may, I may limit it a little bit to like 32 per pop. Just because to get 64, you would have to have 128 individual things thrown out, which, I think that's a little too extreme. I don't intentionally want people to throw out that many items and like kill weak servers, right? You know what I mean? Like that many entities in one place in one chunk. That's starting to get a little much. People need to be responsible. This ain't the Wild West. Which means that I probably should come over here and cut all these in half, right? So this should be 8. This should be 4, 2, and 1. I think those are going to be the numbers we want. Because there's nothing that stops a player, like a tier 1 mage, from getting a celestial fire crystal. Right? Because if they get that, I mean, then they're going to be overpowered anyways, like to be able to make and convert things. And they can get that from just another mage, If I do random world gen, you know damn well you'll be able to find these crystals. Let's fireball it in. Oh wait, let's turn debug mode on again. Oh wait, it's still on. Good. I wasn't done. Good. Let's do lightning. Should convert all of these. Insufficient mana, you son of a biscuit. How dare you, sir? That should be 8. He gave me 8. Wait, that's a shitty. Okay, my conversion's messed up here. My conversion is... Oh... Why did I do it to max counter? It's not max counter. It is... Shoot, which one is it? Current counter. It needs to be... The multiplication needs to happen here. I just turned it into a debuff doing it that way. So it's got to go here, times crystal potency. So that number times your potency. Now, this should work. 32. That is the theoretical max. Now, if I do a mix of them, right? So there's one extra there. And there's 32. So there's one more yellow. But it doesn't care what the color is. So I should get a stack of 32. And it looks like it left one here. So it left one of those. And I got 32. Again, because you can mix match things. If you have like 2 of these, because this stuff takes up a lot of space, right? 3 of these, 2 of these. You could throw, right? These out, and it's going to pick at random. And then like a bunch of those. You know what? Just throw them all. We'll see what we get. And it looks like it gave us 5 of these back. Yeah, because that would have been over a stack of 64. And that would have been the 3 gravity and the 2 of the, lightning or whatever the hell I picked out, frost. Or healing. It was 2 of the healing. So that's the 5 left over. And the rest just because I'm picking up stacks of 64. Yeah. That looks right to me. So I think this is working nicely. Let's take debug mode off. I'm marking it done. It's done. Donezo. We're just going to scroll up a little bit. I'm going to make sure nothing out of place here. Boop. Ah, this is out of place. Boop. Clean this up. Clean up that extra space. Perfect. Arboreal shift. The one that lights the mana torch or the mana lantern as well. The mana lantern infusion. We don't have to worry about those because they don't use items. They use all blocks. So they don't even have these counters. Rituals though, shoot. We gotta add one thing to these rituals. Oh god. Stack contains. See, this is the old way of doing the list now. Ugh. Do I even want to bother with this right now? I don't think so. I'll put it on the list of things to do. I just don't feel like doing it now. All right, let's find someone to raid so I can talk with Oaks. Find someone to raid. You know what? How long is this really going to take to do this? Because it's fresh in my mind now. If I just, it looks like I'm already piping in like the item that like the way I would need to look at things. I'm just gonna do it now, nice and quick. Let's put on some random music. I'll be with you in a moment, Oats. Almost, man, almost. Give me something good. Let's look up Hellsinger. Here we go. Yeah. You don't know me. Okay. Let's scroll back down to... We will use Arcanist Convergence as our base. Bacon Queen, how are you? Hope you're doing well this wonderful evening. Ritual of Summoning, what? Alright, so I need to get the pruned out list, right? The pruned out list here. I need to look at run Ritual of Summoning. Transmutation, let's find it. So this right here, so I am I am creating an item stack. Here we go. So reagent, that would be the reagent. So it is block access. So it's the second string. So we got the ritual altar in, and then we have the reagent, and then int, stack, result, and an int. So it's the fourth from the last. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's this is what we. Oh, it says item reagent item stack, and I'm good. How are you? I am doing pretty well, actually. Pretty well. Thanks for asking. There's only, I think there's only ever one in the ritualist summoning. I'm gonna leave that there. God, it's nice listening to like real music. You don't realize in like this is actually like people's voices and not like ooh Mario. That's good, yeah. Fixing a lot of bugs, making the mod better. That's what we're doing. This Magic mod's becoming like really. I'm impressed with it. I'm like, wow, like all this stuff you can do. So great. Oh yeah, we gotta change this. I want the range to be extended with this because it's the 9x9. Max counter. It should only ever be. The max counter should be the reagent amount. That's what our max counter should be. Okay, so we have that. Now I gotta do the inventory walking here. So we're gonna have to look to see where it needs to eat the reagent. Okay, so it should be in here. Yeah, this part right here. This is what we need to look at. That's what I need to change with this. I'm just gonna copy that. Good news is once this is figured out, I don't really feel like listening to this either. Maybe I do want to listen to Mario.
The all-new GoDaddy Arrow helps you get your business online in minutes with the
Ad.
with the perfect name.
Donkey Kong. Yeah, what a banger, huh? Ooh-wee. Scroll all the way up. Here we go. So I need to get this item. This is going to be my max stack size. Or the max counter, I should say. So get that stuff in there. Max counter. And then I got the magic tier modifier in. I don't think we need to do that. We don't need to do that. I don't want to artificially raise this one. Max counter, so that's going to be the max item amount. And actually, I don't need this bottom thing, this right here. I don't need that. I need to get the reagent name, which will be up top right here. And then I think we're done. I think we could try the ritual of summoning to make sure that it will take the one item that it is allotted. I think that's it. I think that did it. Success. Question, is your setup video still current for you? I'm trying to figure out how to start my own mod. That it is not current, but there are still current parts of it. The best thing to do is to go to the wiki, and I didn't get a lot of people, like, you know, I got some people, but it was like very few people that wanted more for the modding tutorials. So, you know, instead it seems like I just kind of help individual people set up their stuff now. But some of the stuff, like everything you have to download, that hasn't really changed. Like, you'll have to get whatever the most recent mod template is, but things like .NET Spy and setting up your GitHub and stuff, that's still the same. The setup guide for the wiki for Vintage Story is a lot better now. The mod template is a lot better as well. Just by following the step-by-steps there, you should be able to get your basic modding environment up. I just saw it a week ago. Yeah. And if you have questions, you could reach out to me on Discord. If I have free time, I can try and help you out. You send me a picture or something, be like, hey, this is failing. Worst case scenario, if you're completely lost, I don't mind hopping on like Discord, like a video call, and then you can show me like what you're trying to do, and then I can show you, like, we could do a screen share. Okay, I need to do a ritual. Do I have anything here? What do we got? Aha! Knew I had something. Hey, and it's a summoning ritual, and it's full. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was screwing around here. Boop. Boop. Okay, so this should see... Get rid of those, get rid of that. Two, three, four. I gotta draw my runes. Boop, 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 boop. And I gotta put debugging mode on for this, definitely. I do not want to, like, redraw all this stuff. Nice, thanks so much. Yeah, no problem. I mean, the way I see it is that if someone makes a mod that I like, right, it's another mod that I get to use in my server, right? So it's definitely, and it's nice kind of helping out too, because I would want, like, if I was struggling on something, I would want help. And it'd be nice, you know, it'd be nice to get that support. Okay, I should be able to... It's not going to do anything, because I didn't throw a reagent, so I could throw this out. It should see it. It should consume it. It did not. Wait a minute. Is it perchance looking for the Celestial? It is not. Alright, so we are not... Yep. Is it done? Yeah, pattern's complete. Throw that out. Insufficient mana. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Nah. Boop. Okay, okay. So we know it's not working. I'm gonna minimize some of this because I know. Yeah, because it's not firing at all, which is fine. I'm going to throw this off to the side so I don't keep picking it up and eating it. Admin eating. All right, so this is debug. Oh, debug mode is on. Oh. We got to shut debug mode off. It doesn't... it's not going to attempt to eat anything with debug mode on. That's right. I made debug mode very... I remember why I did it the way I did. It just doesn't help me right now. unfortunately. What I will do instead is take all of this and we're going to comment it out. Because I still want it to, like, walk through and do the calculations. Okay, so it still didn't do anything, which is what I would have expected, but it's not going to consume anything now. Max amount? What are we talking about with a max amount? Oh, I think I'm going to have to do something heavier with this. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to heavily modify this. Thought maybe it wasn't hungry. I don't think it is. Not hungry at all. So we're going through this, right? And I'm saying, let's see if I could even get into this. All right, let's do RMR references dot logger. Let's see if I even get to this print statement. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Little column A, little column B. Boop. Nope, I don't get to there. All right, progress, right? Do I get to here? Does it see a ritual? No, I do not get to there. Ah, the proverbial noose is tightening. Which means this correct end item here, required stack amount, that should be 1, so count should be greater than or equal to 1. Let's put it right here. Right, so it should be right there. We're gonna pop this in. There we go. I got a bunch of clicks there, bunch of them. Wait a minute, what does it think the reagent is that it needs? I may have to read my own guidebook. I've modified this so many times. What do you want to see? You want to see a 1. This is what I want to see. So, I mean, that's good. I saw it wants a stack size of 1. It wants a single item, which is great. Stupid fucking ads. Hate ads. Okay, so it's looking for a superior, a celestial, then a superior, then a greater, then a lesser. It's looking for Rustbound Magic Arcanus. Oh, dude, no wonder why. Oh man. Okay. I know why. Oh jeez. I wonder if I could do just code contains. Nah, okay, I didn't think so. I wanted like the whole path. Like the path and domain. But I don't think I can do that. All right. I can't cheat this. I'm gonna have to like legit do a little brain work here. So that's getting the collectible. Here, I want this here. So that's the first stop, right? Okay, this ritual of summoning. I'm going to select the ritual of summoning because I don't want to go outside of this scope here. Now let's look. right? So we have that, which I knew that's commented out. That's commented out. Here we go. So if it contains those two things, yep, those will have to change as well. Then we have that. Oh. Okay, I think this is a really easy fix. Let's go into here. Let's find... Oh, it's actually right here. Reagent. It just needs to be Arcanus. That's all. So I get to delete that. Delete that. Alright, so this is all the ritual of summoning. And I'm going to be putting in these reagents here. And this is the tier 3, so I'm pretty much going to have to do the same thing here. Let me just scroll down, make sure it's all the same. Looks like it, so I could minimize these. We could do a quick search here. I could paste that. Not gonna do it. Copy that. Paste. Replace with nothing. Replace all. 15 occurrences. Right, so now we're actually putting in what I care about. Yeah, that looks so much better. All right. Let's save, fireball this in. I may need to do a world reload. I'm not sure. Boom, that's what it is, and it completed it. Yeah. Okay, that makes me feel better. I do know what I'm doing. I know. Means I can get rid of all the old stuff. Kinda fix this all. I could take debug mode off. And that was just the lower form of this. Let's fireball it in. Now, I'm a tier 4 mage. If I throw the tier 4 reagent... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... There we go. Good enough. Boom, there we go. It pulled like everything. Because it magnifies depending on your, Yeah, it magnifies depending on the reagents that you use and your magic tier as well. You'll get more out of these rituals the better you are and the higher the tier. Sweet. Well, that's using the new system. Yay! Damn, look at all this. Look at all this stuff to delete. Look at this. Terrible. I should feel bad. I think this is good. There we go. That's cleaned up pretty well. So that is everything in the ritual of summoning. Now we got to do the ritual of augmentation. Gonna have to do the ritual of destruction and creation. I think the summoning was the hardest one though. The other ones, I don't think I'm gonna have nearly as annoying of a time to do it. But I also think I'm not going to do those yet. Because I did promise Oates that I would talk to him. You still around, Oates? Are you there? Marco? I got a little life left in me right there. That's the amount that I got. Me around. Me think good. Me think. All right. Let's see who is playing this game. What is going on with Twitch? Like, seriously, I don't know what it is, but every time I go to open up Twitch... Oh no, you just ran out of life. Yep, that's it. Every time I open up Twitch, it has, like, you know, the thing up top right in the home page. It's always some woman, like, half fucking naked or in a bikini or an ass shot or big tit cleavage popping out. I'm like, what? Like, fucking, like, car ads on the side. I'm like, does Twitch know me at all? I don't care about cars. I'm not a car guy. I get in and it drives me around, right? Like that's what a car is to me. This person's like playing this game and they literally look like their female avatar looks like a whore. Like no clothing on, pretty much. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Thank you, Twitch, for making me you know, I don't know. I don't even know, Twitch. I'm just disappointed in you right now, Twitch. We're gonna have a talk later. Who is live streaming? More importantly, who is live streaming in English? All right, who do we have here? Modded Vintage Story. I like that. Okay. Survival, Minecraft. Ooh. Using that Minecraft title around here is enough to get you not rated. What is this? Beard Horror Canada. I don't know, man. You are out, sir. I'm thinking Vintage Story LFG. We can do that one. What is this one? Semi-quiet. Learning Vintage Story. I mean, that could be good. That could be good. If they're learning, they're probably not using mods. And this other one, Vintage Story. Forest will become charcoal. Iron will be mined. I don't know. It's a terror. What does everyone think? What does everyone think? Should we go with the person who has the title, like the tag for modded Vintage Story? Or should we try our luck with mining a forest, or the semi-quiet stream? Semi-quiet means they probably aren't talking. You know what? I'm making the executive decision here. We're going with this individual, right? Do they speak English? You gonna talk? Hello? Alright, you know what? I'm bored. We're not rating that person. You know what? I guess the beard horror dude, wait, are they talking?
Oh, where's the shovel?
Alright, there we go. Sounds like a semi-normal voice. Check. Checkity check check. Alright, exclamation raid. / raid. Oh, my exclamation raid's not working. Yeah, you'll just have to put in gobbledygook, everyone. I gotta fix that. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I mean, this next update, it sounds weird saying it's pretty much done. I think I trimmed the mod down from 13.3 gigs to, or not gigs, megs to like 8.5 megs. So that's a substantial drop in space. I've optimized a lot of the code here. I have fixed a handful of little bugs. Once the rituals are done, you know, like once I propagate it through, I mean, things are looking good. Things are really looking good. I'm definitely in that feedback zone, so if anyone has any feedback, I am all ears. Oh yeah, and I got a couple of things to do eventually. I make lists on my phone. But alright, everyone, thank you so much. Bacon Queen, if you need help, just reach me in Discord. I answer back when I can. Time's kind of limited for me, having a full-time job and life. But I will find time. I always find time to go to the computer. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Oates, I'm going to give you a call. Bye.